So here we are again, this time with the Chimera fight. This is the last of the 4 Guardians I did, and I did forget to start the recording at the beginning of the fight, so you miss out on that, but nothing happened. I got him to the first ad phase and the ads wrecked me. Like, I think he's at like, I mouse over him, like he's at like 66%, probably. Yeah, maybe something like this. Yeah, so this is probably the hardest of the 4 Guardians, at least for me, because there's a lot of damage you can dodge. Like the other Guardians, you can just run around and dodge everything just by not standing in what they are doing. With him, he like does a lot of flicker strikes and he will hit you at some point in the fight. So he has 3 ad phases. That's probably the big feature of his fight. When you get him to like, you can see like, I don't know, what is this? After like 30% or something like this, the first ad phase, then another 30%, then there's the second ad phase, and then there's the third ad phase. So whenever he goes into one of his ad phases, he jumps up into this, I don't know, outside of the arena, and the 4 gates open in the arena, and like you get swarmed by ads. They have a decent amount of health, but not too much. Like they come in like 4 or 5 waves maybe, always like 3 ads out of 4 portals, so like 12 ads in one wave, and then there are like 4 waves, and they come in a set amount of time, so maybe you have like 10-15 seconds between each wave to kill them. And at the end of each ad phase there is a mini boss you have to kill, and this time the mini boss wrecked me here. This is my second attempt at him and my first kill actually. I attempted him right after I killed the Minotaur for the first time and like got totally destroyed just because I didn't know the fight. I didn't know really. I watched videos, but yeah, you have to know a little bit about the fight to beat him, I think. So he has like 3 different ad types in his ad phases, and they come in like a random order. Like each phase has 1 type of ads, but the order of the waves is always different. So this times I got the dogs, like you can see up in the left corner, one of these feral dogs here. They are just like the normal fire dogs. Like, I think they can inflict bleed, but I don't get bleed. I didn't get bleed by them. And the mini boss of the dogs at the end, he shoots like a like an LMP like fireball thing that hits the ground like Molten Strike. So okay, yeah, I already used wall haste all of my pots to get him this low. So, and I also, he caught me like by surprise, like really hard this time, because I didn't expect to get him this low with my first portal at all. So I just died horribly when the ad phase started because I didn't expect it to get this far. So doing some random stuff here. I will talk about his abilities when they come up. I'm recharging my wall haste. Yeah, again about my character, I'm doing this on my Blast Rain Inquisitor, 100% physical damage converted to fire with the Signal Fire Quiver. Special Flasks this time. I do run a Quicksilver Flask with bleed removal, because I thought he would do a lot of bleed damage. I wasn't sure, but he actually doesn't. Like, you don't Nothing inflicts bleed in this fight. Maybe the dogs. Yeah, okay, you see. Like this is the mini boss here you have to fight, and some of the leftover dogs. And these balls, like the fireballs he shoots, like they will wreck you if they hit you. They chunk your heart. They do probably like physical and fire damage. And yeah. Just move, always move. Just move, shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot. Like once you know that, that's pretty easy. But and yes, the mini bosses and the ads can be chilled and frozen. So yeah, if you want to do that. Okay, so now the boss comes back because I killed the mini boss. So here's his first ability. He does this big red circle, like he charges up. He's pretty fast, so he doesn't need much time to charge up. And after he's finished charging up, everything in the circle will get hit by his crazy melee damage combo. Like he's like I don't know, like some martial arts dude. You can see this on my golem here. Like he does this red swipe things, and they do crazy damage. Like he does mostly physical, I think. Maybe there's a little bit of chaos going on just to fit his theme. Don't know. Just because the other Guardians are all elemental damage and there's no elemental left to him. So maybe he's just physical, maybe there's a little bit of chaos, I don't know. So yeah, then he charges up. He like points at you, charges up, and then he flicker strikes towards you. I think you can evade or dodge it, but I don't think you can avoid it by just running away. That's the problem with the fight, there's just damage you have to take. So he now goes into his cloud phase, and that's the phase that is like super crazy. By the way, I get bleed here, I think. So maybe you want to run some blood removal. Yeah. His cloud phase, he will vanish of the arena, and he will leave the smoke clouds on the ground, like 5 or 6 of these big smoke clouds, and you will continuously take damage from these swipes, like here, these red swipe things. They will hit you, and they will hit you hard, and you can't leech off anything in this phase, and they hit really hard, trust me. So you have to pop a Quicksilver and sustain with your life flask, and just run through these smoke clouds. If you run through one of these clouds, the cloud will disappear, and if you hit the right cloud, the boss will like pop out of the cloud and you can fight him again. Sometimes you have to run through all of the clouds and he's in the last one, that's just bad luck. And sometimes he's straight up in the first cloud. I don't think that's good design. He should always be in the last cloud if you ask me, and they should reduce the damage a little bit just to remove the RNG from this phase, because like if the clouds are really far away from each other on the other side of the arena and you have to run through all of them, like you're gonna die. Unless you have like good armor and fizz mitigation. Yeah. You see that like I got hit like by 3 of these swipes. Alright, let's rewatch this. Full combo. And now I think this was like 1 or 2 swipes. Third one. And I also have bleed on me. Fourth one, I'm dead. Like that was so fast. So what I found out about this fight, and in this phase particular, which probably obviously, like you have to run a Stip Knight again. Like you can't sustain this damage in his cloud phase. Like just try to avoid, dodge or physical mitigate this damage that's going on in this phase. So yeah, dropping a Stip Knight, Quicksilver, and then just really try to get to this cloud. Just ignore everything else. Maybe pop a bleed removal, and then just pop these clouds as fast as you can. Clouds again. Oh, got him in the last cloud again. So okay, he does like, there's his combo again. He does like, that's his flicker strike charge up. And then sometimes he just points at you if he stands in melee range and like he swipes forwards like this. Like one big red swipe forward. That's not that much damage. You can tank it probably. Like it does like 5 or 4k damage to me. That's manageable. Okay, next F phase. That's not that big. And you can like, if he points at you and does this, like you can run out of this. Like this is an area of effect. It doesn't always hit you. Just try to run out of it. So next ad phase here. This time the vipers or snakes or whatever. There are some melee snakes here that inflict bleed if they hit you, and then there are some that shoot chaos bolts. Like this phase is like chaos damage all the way. It's the hardest of the ad phase, and you will see me die here horribly. Yeah, managing, but they are coming. More ads are coming now, trying to leech, and like the chaos bolts they shoot, like they come from off the screen. Sometimes you can dodge this. Yeah. And the mini boss of the snake phase is like also one of the chaos bolt snakes, and he has like LMP, so he shoots like 3 chaos bolts. And I think he does like also poison clouds on the ground, like caustic arrow. Yeah, but that's what's gonna happen if you get swarmed by these snakes. They are crazy, man. It's the hardest of these 3 ad phases because it's chaos damage and because they inflict bleed if they are the melee snakes. Yeah, just kite Stip Knight here again, so good. Just like, guys, get a Stip Knight. Yeah, you can see. Like he has some poison clouds going on here, I think. But like if he is alone and it's again like shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot, move. That's not that bad. So yeah. So let's see if we can see one of his last abilities. Yeah, the big swipe combo here. Like also you can get this cloud phase right when the ad's phase done. That happened in my first try. That's so ridiculous. Like he does clouds, and because he was burning or something, he like triggered the ad phase, and the clouds were there, and he was swiping me continuously, and the ads were coming out. Like that's hell, but that's bad luck. So he is gonna charge up for his big swipe, I think. And he does like one of these red swipes, and that's an area of effect as well, just in front of him, like in a line. The first one doesn't go that far, the second one goes a little bit further, and the third swipe he does like goes like really far, like probably across the whole arena. So just sidestep this, go to the side of him, left, right, or behind him. Just don't use any slow movement skill or something, just do one step to the side and you're fine. Yeah. Flicker striking again. It's probably pretty good here to have some kind of clones and your golems going on, just because he will like flicker strike on them, and then that takes a lot of the damage out of the fight. If you are alone in the arena, like he will flicker strike on you every time and he hits so hard. If you have no physical mitigation. Yeah, pretty lucky with the clouds this time. Okay, last ad phase, these are the goats. They just sleep slam around. No fireball goats, just sleep slam. I don't think they do even cast like their molten shell. Pretty easy, to be honest. The last boss also does like molten strike fireball thingy, and he does like the thunder or whatever it's called. It's like glacial cascade towards you. But he is pretty slow, so you can just walk around him. Goat's probably one of the easiest ad phases. Yeah. So if you can, try to use these ad phases to charge your flasks. because you will get a good amount of fast charges in these ad phases. Yeah, he's like throwing some rocks and doing like a thunder or glacial cascade or something. I think he does like physical and maybe a little bit of fire damage. So yeah, smoke phase again. This phase is so ridiculous. But yeah, if he charges up like his big AoE and he's on your mirror arrow or your golem or whatever. Okay, this is maybe a little bit important. So yeah, if he does his red circle AoE and he fixates on one of your ads, like just pop everything and go to town on him. Like he doesn't actually have that much HP. He has a little bit more of the than the Hydra, but less than the Minotaur and the Phoenix, I think. So if you can get a good amount of free time on him, he should go down really fast. Yeah, so here he flicker strikes on me and I pop my Stibnite Flask and you can see like he's blinded. Okay, it's behind the text here, but he's blinded and I have 100% increased evasion. Like he's not gonna do shit to me. So yeah, maybe that's good for you. Try get a Stibnite and yeah, pop the Stibnite, pop all your flasks, wall haste, and just try to get him really down fast. That's probably the best thing to do. Just avoid, like, the slower you are, the more phases of the clouds you will get, and that's the phase that is the most trouble in this fight. Okay, yeah, this was the last of my Guardian kills, and I don't think I will ever do the Shaper with this build. Like maybe super late in the league when the sets are way cheaper. They cost like, a full set costs like probably 90 chaos right now. So, and I'm not gonna rip 90 chaos on a Shaper kill or a Shaper try. Yeah, that's it for now.